There is a power in this world that most people overlook. It does not shout. It does not argue. It does not chase attention. It watches. It waits. It remains calm while others lose control. That power is silence. In a world where everyone is desperate to speak, explain themselves, defend themselves, prove themselves, and win every argument, the silent person becomes mysterious, untouchable, dangerous in the most disciplined way. The Stoics understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that a man should be mostly silent, or speak only what is necessary, and in few words. Epictetus taught that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And Seneca warned that uncontrolled speech is often the doorway to regret. Most people think power comes from speaking louder. Stoicism teaches the opposite. Real power comes from emotional control. And silence is one of the highest forms of self-control. The weak speak impulsively. The emotional react instantly. The insecure explain too much. But the disciplined person knows when to remain silent. Silence protects your energy. Silence reveals truth. Silence exposes manipulation. Silence makes your presence heavier. Silence keeps you from unnecessary wars. Today, we will explore 12 situations where silence becomes your greatest weapon. Not because you are afraid. Not because you are weak. But because you have mastered yourself. Watch until the end, because the final lesson may completely change how you deal with people forever. Let us begin. 1. Remain silent when you are angry. Anger is temporary. But words spoken in anger can destroy relationships, reputations, and peace permanently. Most people regret what they said during emotional moments. Very few regret remaining silent. When emotions rise, intelligence falls. This is why Stoics train themselves to pause before reacting. A man who cannot control his tongue cannot control his life. Think about how many disasters begin with one sentence, an insult, a threat, a cruel remark, a moment of rage. In anger, the ego takes control. And the ego always wants revenge. But silence interrupts the cycle. Silence gives you time to think, time to breathe, time to regain authority over yourself. The Stoics believe that no one can truly harm your inner peace unless you allow them to. So when someone insults you, humiliates you, or provokes you, remember this. The person who reacts emotionally loses first. Anyone can scream. Anyone can explode. Anyone can throw words like weapons. But remaining calm while furious? That is rare strength. When you stay silent during anger, you deny others the satisfaction of controlling your emotions. You remain the master of your mind. And often, silence says far more than rage ever could. 2. Remain silent when someone is trying to provoke you. Some people do not seek understanding. They seek reaction. They poke. They insult. They mock. They manipulate. Not because they are strong, but because they feed on emotional chaos. These people become uncomfortable around calm individuals. Why? Because silence blocks their access to your mind. When someone wants to provoke you, they expect emotional energy. They want you to defend yourself. They want to drag you into conflict. But when you remain silent, they lose power. Stoicism teaches that your peace is more valuable than winning pointless battles. Not every insult deserves a response. Not every accusation deserves defense. Not every fool deserves your attention. Sometimes the strongest response is none at all. People reveal themselves through their behavior. You do not need to interrupt them. Let them speak. Let them expose their character. Let them reveal their immaturity. Your silence becomes a mirror reflecting their own instability. And the more emotionally disciplined you become, the less control others have over you. Remember, a lion does not react to every barking dog. 3. Remain silent when you do not have all the facts. Many people destroy their credibility because they speak too soon. They assume. They gossip. They judge. They react before understanding the full picture. Stoicism teaches wisdom before reaction. A wise person observes first. How many conflicts happen because people listen to rumors instead of truth? How many relationships collapse because of assumptions? How many innocent people suffer because others spoke without knowledge? Silence protects you from ignorance. There is strength in saying, "I do not know enough yet." Modern society rewards quick opinions, but wisdom moves slowly. The Stoic understands that truth requires patience. Before speaking, ask yourself, do I know the complete story? Am I reacting emotionally? Am I certain this is true? Most of the time, silence is safer than careless speech. Because once words leave your mouth, you cannot take them back. And intelligent people respect those who speak carefully. 4. Remain silent about your big plans. One of the greatest mistakes people make is announcing their goals too early. They talk about dreams before building discipline. They seek applause before earning results. Stoicism teaches quiet action. Move in silence. Build in silence. Win in silence. Why? Because speaking too much about your plans weakens execution. Many people receive emotional satisfaction simply from talking about success. And that false satisfaction reduces urgency. Worse, not everyone wants to see you succeed. Some people secretly hope you fail. Some will discourage you. Others will envy you. Protect your vision. A seed grows underground before anyone sees the tree. The strongest moves are often invisible in the beginning. Let people underestimate you. Let them doubt you. Let them think nothing is happening. Then shock them with results. Silence creates mystery. And mystery creates power. Talk less. Work more. 5. Remain silent when people gossip. Gossip is one of the fastest ways to poison your mind. It trains people to focus on others instead of improving themselves. The Stoics considered gossip a waste of life. Why spend precious time discussing people who are not present? Why feed negativity? Why participate in conversations built on judgment and rumors? People who gossip with you will gossip about you. Never forget that. Silence during gossip protects your integrity. It also makes people respect you more. When others realize you do not entertain useless talk, they become more careful around you. You develop a reputation for discipline and wisdom. And most importantly, silence keeps your mind clean. Because the energy you spend discussing others could be used to improve yourself. Strong minds discuss ideas. Weak minds discuss people. The Stoic chooses growth over noise. 6. Remain silent when you are being insulted. This lesson is difficult. Because the ego hates disrespect. The ego wants immediate revenge. Immediate defense. Immediate victory. But Stoicism asks a powerful question. Why are you giving strangers control over your emotions? If someone insults you, there are only two possibilities. Either what they said is true, or it is false. If it is true, improve yourself. If it is false, why be disturbed? The insult itself is powerless until your mind accepts it. Most insults are emotional bait. And people who insult others are often revealing their own pain, insecurity, or lack of control. When you remain silent, you demonstrate emotional superiority. Not weakness. Control. You show that your peace cannot be purchased by another person's opinion. And often, silence embarrasses the aggressor more than arguments ever could. Because calmness in the face of disrespect is terrifying to emotionally unstable people. 7. Remain silent when you achieve success. Many people announce every victory, every purchase, every achievement. But Stoicism warns against excessive pride. Why? Because ego attracts unnecessary attention. True confidence does not need constant validation. The strongest people often move quietly. They do not need applause to feel valuable. They do not seek approval from crowds. They understand that success speaks for itself. Sometimes silence protects your blessings. Not everyone celebrating you is genuinely happy for you. Some people compare. Some envy. Some secretly compete. This is why wise individuals stay humble and private. A tree heavy with fruit bends low. Real success creates calmness, not arrogance. Let your life speak louder than your mouth. 8. Remain silent during foolish arguments. Not every battle deserves your energy. Some arguments are impossible to win because the other person is committed to misunderstanding you. The Stoics understood that arguing with fools drains peace. You cannot force wisdom into someone who refuses to listen. And many people argue not to learn, but to dominate. When emotions take over, logic disappears. This is why silence becomes protection. Walking away from pointless conflict is not weakness. It is maturity. A person who must always win arguments becomes emotionally exhausted. But the Stoic chooses peace over ego. Sometimes people will insult you because you refuse to argue. Let them. You do not owe endless explanations to people committed to negativity. Your energy is sacred. Protect it. 9. Remain silent when you are learning. Wise people listen more than they speak. Fools speak to impress. The intelligent listen to understand. Every person you meet knows something you do not. But if you are always talking, you cannot learn. Silence sharpens observation. It helps you notice body language, emotions, intentions, and truth hidden behind words. The Stoics practiced deep observation because understanding human nature was essential for self-mastery. When you enter a room, observe first. Listen first. Study people first. The loudest person is rarely the wisest. And many people reveal everything about themselves simply because someone stayed quiet long enough. Silence gives you information. And information is power. 10. Remain silent when you are hurt. Pain often tempts people to overshare emotionally. They vent to everyone. They seek validation everywhere. They expose their wounds publicly. But Stoicism teaches dignity in suffering. This does not mean suppressing emotions completely. It means being careful where you place your vulnerability. Not everyone deserves access to your pain. Some people will use your weakness against you. Others will secretly enjoy your struggles. The Stoic processes pain internally before reacting externally. Silence during suffering builds resilience. Instead of collapsing emotionally, you learn to endure with strength. And through silence, you often discover something surprising. Most emotional storms eventually pass. Temporary feelings should not control permanent decisions. Silence gives wounds time to heal. 11. Remain silent when people praise you excessively. Praise can be just as dangerous as criticism. Why? Because praise feeds ego. And ego destroys discipline. The Stoics warned against becoming addicted to approval. The moment your happiness depends on praise, you become a slave to opinions. Many people change themselves completely just to maintain admiration from others. They lose authenticity. They lose discipline. They lose inner peace. Remain grounded. Accept compliments with humility. But do not let praise intoxicate your mind. Remember, people who praise you today may criticize you tomorrow. Your identity must come from within, not from crowds. Silence keeps you centered. The Stoic remains stable in both praise and criticism. 12. Remain silent when silence is more powerful than words. There are moments in life